Hey Kyle, thanks so much for coming in today.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about home inspections. So I'm Tim Houk with the Houk Group at Keller Williams Realty, and this is...
I'm Kyle with HDMK Home Inspection.
And Kyle's built a fantastic business, and he's one of our preferred partners. And what I want to talk about today is the actual home inspection. And I know we've got some notes and some things I want to go off of, but you and I started having a different discussion that I'm pretty passionate about, and the home inspection.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Everybody, when you purchase a home, we're looking at the home inspection, and of course, a buyer, there's some cost with that, right? But the way that we look at it, and I think you share the same philosophy as I do, is it's an investment.
It is.
It's an investment. Talk to me a little bit about that.
The idea in the industry is that it's a cost and it's another expense that you have to pay for. In our eyes, though, and in yours too, and in a realtor that's a trusted advisor for the client, that it's an investment. The money that we save people on things that we find in a house that the sellers aren't aware of, or hopefully they're not aware of it. We find it, they go ahead and negotiate it to be fixed. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars typically.
So what you're saying is the spend, and I'm going to use a round number. Let's say the home inspection, $350, and you find $2,000 worth of things that maybe the seller wasn't aware of, is actually saving the buyer money.
Yeah, a ton of money too.
I love how we talk about that, and people just aren't aware. And so investors do look at how much in, how much out, and when. And so if, as a home buyer, you are spending money on an inspection and an appraisal and a down payment and things like that, and that doesn't fall on deaf ears, but it's in essence protects them from future expenses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It prepares them for, if the seller's not willing to fix it, they know what they're getting into. They know the items that they need to fix after they move in. They know how much those things are going to cost. They can prepare for that ahead of time. Or if it's too much, that's their chance to back out of the sale and find something that fits their budget or fits their idea of what they wanted to move into.
So either way, it's still an investment.
It is, absolutely.
A prudent one at that.
Yeah, so saves them tons of money.
And the knowledge that's gained through the process. So with that being said, and I think me and you could probably talk for hours about that, but let's get into the actual process. And so tell me, how long is a typical home inspection?
Our average inspection at HDMK is about 2 hours. We're definitely not the fastest guys. We do things a little bit different. We print them on site so they get them right then. But it's really going to depend on the age, the size. So factors like that will affect how long it will take.
What's the longest home inspection you've ever done?
Probably one in Mallard Lakes, maybe like 9 hours. That's on site, doing the actual inspection, and then going home and typing a report.
It's a lot of home inspecting. Yeah. Good job.